हेलो बच्चों, वेलकम वंस अगेन टू माय केमिस्ट्री चैनल अमेजिंग केमिस्ट्री क्लासेस. आई एम योर केमिस्ट्री टीचर and educator, Dr. Rohit. Welcome you once again. So this is the second topic of this chapter where we are going to study about the different process through which we can isolate and general principles of isolation of elements. So without wasting any time, I think we should start with the part 2. This is the second topic. Okay, let's start with the video. So in the second part, we are going to read about the what is leaching process through chemical separation. So in this method, we are used when ore is soluble in some suitable solvent while impurities remain insoluble. So we are taking an advantage in which we can say that there are certain solvents that has been used in which ore is soluble, however the impurities are insoluble, so impurities get removed through leaching. So this is the importance of this process, because what happened basically, we are taking an advantage of solubility of an ore through which we can purify the ore and the impurities get washed off. So let's read about leaching of alumina from the bauxite. As I have told you that bauxite is the ore of aluminium. So this process is known as Bayer's process. The principal ore of aluminium is bauxite, usually contains silicate बोलते हैं हम इसको, SiO2, silica बोलते हैं, silicon oxide, iron oxide and titanium oxide as the impurities. So the concentration is carried out by digesting powder ore with a concentrated solution of sodium hydroxide at temperature 473 to 523, and the pressure is around 35 to 36 bar. So alumina is leached out as a sodium aluminate and silica too as a sodium silicate, leaving the impurity behind. So what happened basically in this, a chemical reaction takes place where sodium hydroxide reacts with the alumina in presence of water, so it forms a sodium aluminate. Okay, this is the reaction. So the aluminate in solution is neutralized by passing carbon dioxide gas, and hydrated alumina is precipitated. Okay, so here what happened, carbon dioxide gas and has been passed through it, so hydrated alumina is precipitated. Here solution is seeded with freshly prepared sample of hydrated alumina which induces precipitation. Basically इस process को हम seeding भी बोलते हैं, in which what happen, few amount of pure alumina has been added so that it helps in the precipitation of the alumina. Here you can see what happened, the sodium aluminate which has been formed, in which carbon dioxide gas has been purged to form the alumina in the forms of water and bicarbonate as a byproduct. Okay, so this is the process of leaching. The sodium hydrogen carbonate remain in the solution because, as we know, sodium hydrogen carbonate, basically sodium bicarbonate, which is highly soluble in water, so it will remain in the solution, and the hydrated alumina is filtered and dried and heated to give the pure alumina. So by this process we can obtain the pure alumina. So here we can see that alumina is having X moles of water. When we heat, what happen, water molecules get evaporated and we get the pure alumina. So this is the process through which we can isolate alumina as a pure form. Okay, now the next one is your MacArthur Forrest cyanide process. So पढ़ लेते हैं एक बार क्या लिखा है इसमें. It is a leaching process used for the concentration of silver and gold. Very important process for the isolation of metal, that is your silver and gold. In metallurgy of silver and gold, the respective metal is leached with a dilute solution of sodium cyanide and potassium cyanide in presence of air to obtain the pure metal in solution as complex. From complex metal it is obtained later by the replacement. So there, in this process we are using certain chemical processes. So the reactions are very important and you guys have to practice it number of times. So you have to take out pen and paper and write out these reactions so that it will be easy to memorize. So here you can see 4m plus 8 cyanide, 8Cn minus aqueous solution plus 2 water molecule plus oxygen gas. It results in the formation of a complex plus hydroxy ion gets separated. Now this complex, when it reacts with zinc, it forms a zinc cyanide complex. So in this way we can obtain the pure metal. This is the pure metal which gets obtained by this MacArthur Forrest cyanide process, and the impurities get separated out. Okay, now the third process is your extraction of crude metal from the concentrated ore. So the concentrated ore must be converted into foam which is suitable for reduction. Usually sulfide ore is converted to oxide before reduction. Oxides are ready to reduce, hence isolation of metal from concentrated ore involve two major steps, that is calcination and roasting. I have already discussed in my previous videos that there is a basic difference between the calcination and the roasting. Calcination is done in absence of oxygen, however in roasting oxides are formed in presence of oxygen. So let's read about what is the calcination process. It involves heating where volatile matter escape, leaving behind the metal oxides. Ore is heated below its melting point in absence of air. This is very important point, that this process is done in absence of air, and that too at the below its melting point. In limited supply of air, this process is generally carried out in reverberatory furnace. So this is known as reverberatory furnace. Let me show you the diagram of reverberatory furnace. So this is the pictorial presentation of reverberatory. This is the modern reverberatory furnace, where you can see this is the charging hooper. These are the tie rods. These are the hangers. These are the hangers. Alright. So this is known as reverberatory furnace, where air and oil is present here. This is the magnesite, furnace charge and silica. Alright. So this is the basically reverberatory furnace, where high temperature can be given to obtain the pure material. Let me discuss how it works. The process is used to convert the hydrated oxides or carbonates or ore into oxides. Here I have given an example of calcium carbonate. When it gets heated, it results in the formation of calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Second one is calmine, where zinc carbonate, when it gets heated, results in the formation of zinc oxide and carbon dioxide gets liberated.